Hey guys.
Hey everyone.
Thank you guys for stopping by and checking out our video.
Yes, thank you for all the birthday wishes as well.
That's
from
awesome.
From Michael and from me.
I love it. We always appreciate the birthday wishes on the comments through the posts and the videos, so thank you guys. And thank you guys again for stopping by and checking us out. We hope you guys enjoy the video. This is what Mama Bear was working on, you guys. Last night she was doing her nails. Don't you really get into you, Mama?
No. Buddy, Mackenzie, Leo.
We got some visitors in the yard. Oh, there's a little one, Mama. Well, we chased the pups inside so they don't chase these cows. Somebody lost some cows. They're all tagged, and there's a little tiny one with them too. It's really hot, so we don't want our dogs chasing these cows around when there's no water. So we chased them all inside. And we'll let the cattle cruise through. I am taking off in the house right now. I was working on the yard for a bit, but I'm gonna head over to pick up the boys from school right now. What are you guys doing? Oh, you guys are drinking the water. Oh crap, man. I think I should get a swimming pool. Mama Bear and I have been talking about getting an old kiddie swimming pool and just putting it somewhere down here for the strays, or the, I don't know if they'd be strays, the wild ones? Yeah, for the wild horses. Seems like the cattle are down in the ditch trying to drink out of the puddles in the tunnel. I have made it into town and I made it to the school. So I am waiting for the boys now. They're letting out right here across, the two younger ones. And Jackson and Draven should be over in a bit. What's up, Jackson?
Hi.
Okay, all the dudes have jumped in. I have them all. We're gonna go head back to the house now. Man, these look awesome. Check these out, man. I've been outside in the yard working on the ramp and stuff and just cleaning all the weeds and everything around the back where we come in. And I came back in for a little break and it smells delicious in here. It smells friggin' good. This is what Mama Bear's working on. Some fresh squash, some corn, some ground beef, and the tortillas. I'm assuming.
Calabasitas con queso.
That looks pretty cool. We're at the school now. Draven's gonna hop off and Jackie's gonna hop off. And now we're over here at the high school. Michael's gonna hop off right now. When we were over here, when we were just getting here to the high school, we seen that truck that the 14-year-old kid had won roping like this past weekend. Later, Mike. Have a good day, son. Love you.
In front? Okay.
So while we were here, we saw the truck that the kid won. There was like a 14-year-old kid that won this truck roping, and it was this huge, massive Dodge.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good. And we just seen it cruising up and down, and Mama was just saying like, "Oh man, I bet he's gonna be having his mom or his dad drop him off in that truck."
I told you he was gonna say mom.
First shot, we seen it.
We saw it.
That's awesome. I made it to the shop, and I'm gonna be working on this hybrid Kia. I have to find and fix a radiator leak. And I started looking, and it didn't take long, but I think I know why the radiator would be leaking and why we would be having problems. So I'm gonna end up taking this whole thing apart, and that radiator looks bent pretty bad. The bumper bracket is bent. The bumper bracket won't be much to order. It'll be the work of getting to it and replacing all these plastic pieces that broke, like that one right there. And those right there. All right, I've got it set up on the lift. So now I'm gonna take off this whole front bumper cover so I can get to the bumper, the core support, the AC. Eventually, I'll make it to the radiator, and then we're gonna pull that out, change the new radiator, fix everything that needs to be fixed while we're putting it back together, and then we'll be done. I'm gonna start with taking out these headlights, and that will give me access to everything I need to take this bumper out. All right, I got a little bit further along. So I took this whole bottom casing off, and I can see the amount of damage that was created, I guess. It doesn't look like much, but there's just enough to create this problem right here. And because that is leaking, I gotta take this whole thing apart to change it out. Looks like it's creating quite the mess under here. I've got the bumper cover off, and I can see where the damage was. So I'm gonna pull this out, see if I can straighten this without damaging it, and then change the radiator. Now that I've got a little bit more off, we can see how far back this AC condenser is bent, and that shouldn't be a problem. The AC still has pressure and it's still working, I guess. I don't know what all this would be right here though. Maybe coolant. We shall see. All right, we have reached what we are changing. So this I have to straighten out, and then this I'm gonna have to move out of the way so that I can take this off, which is the radiator, which is this piece, and then I'm gonna change this out. There's a new one in the back. So when I take these off and out of the way, I gotta take this off, and then I gotta take the fan shroud off of it and the fan. Because the top of the core support is already taken off, this one shouldn't be too much of a problem. And the only thing I got to do really is unbolt everything that holds this. Actually, this one will clip on. I just got to pull this up. There are little clips here on both sides that will hold this in, and that goes up. And then this one unbolts. This is a cooler for the power inverter for the hybrid system. So the inverter, which turns all the energy from the generator that's on the belt for the engine, and it converts that into the electricity that stores in a battery. So this is the cooler for that. And luckily this one is not leaking, because that would cause a lot more problems. But I gotta take this off, and I gotta take this off, and then I can pull this radiator out. So I'm gonna try to straighten this out and see how this goes. I've got the radiator out of here. I'm gonna straighten this out, and then I'm gonna put the new radiator in. This is everything that came off of this Kia. Looks like it was rubbing on the fan a little bit. Looks like it wore through right there. All right, so with a couple of 2x4s, I've got this straightened out as much as I can. Doesn't seem too bad. And I never discharged the AC, so if any of this blew open, we would definitely know. So the AC is still holding, and it's straightened out. So now I just got to put the radiator back in and put all of this back together. The new radiator was in the back. Looks like it's spin here a bit. Here's the new radiator without all those rub marks on it. The clearance looks okay. This was pushed so far into the radiator that it was actually behind this straight line, and it wouldn't come up unless I bent it out. So I think it looks pretty good. All right, had to do a little bit of repairs also on this, and this is a set of flaps that open and close depending on how much air needs to go into the cooler for this down here. The air coming through those flaps hits this cooler right here, and this is for the inverter, so it'll open and close as it needs to, but that was busted up pretty bad. All right, I've got most of it put back together. And this is still busted, but it's going to work. The flaps will move when it needs to. And as soon as I plug it in, it'll be all right. And the plug is right there. Right now, I got to figure out what to do with this. I've been looking all over the shop for a piece for the grinder. I got to cut this so I can mount this, straighten it out, and then weld a piece in the middle. I cannot find the nut that holds the discs on. So right now, Mama Bear is bringing me my grinder and some of my other tools. And I'm going to finish this up. Mama Bear brought a Navajo burger for lunch. Seems to be doing just fine. Oh, look at this, you guys. Definitely the kind of food we need after the kind of days we've had. I always really love it when Mama Bear makes this for dinner. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, guys.
Today, Tuesday? No.
Wednesday.
Today's Wednesday. We were just talking about we need to find a different spot to drop Michael off.
Yeah, probably on the other side over there. That hurt.
Dang, Mama. Those toe raises killed it, huh?
Those hurt really bad.
I haven't seen you hurt like that since you were at Encompass.
Yeah.
Or at the rehabilitation centers.
Yeah.
Mama Bear was feeling it today, you guys.
Yeah, this muscle hurts so bad. So swollen right here.
We're downtown. Mama Bear's tripping out. Mama Bear is looking at all this cool stuff. There's a window right here. Well, there was.
There was.
And she's also looking at this fire escape right here. Kind of cool. There aren't a whole lot that we can just look at in this town. Kind of cool. This architecture looks pretty cool. I think this is still here from the late 1800s and the early 1900s. I think this one used to be the bank.
I think so.
I think it was the bank or something.
I think so.
For a long day, it was a pretty chill day, I guess, for me. Mama Bear got wrecked at physical therapy today.
Yeah.
We made a few stops afterwards, and we are finally with the boys. So we were up at Safeway.
And we didn't
doing
have to stop for gas.
Oh yeah, we got gas way before everything else too. So we're heading home now. And even though we've had a long day, I got a couple of things to do at the house, and then I gotta head back into Gallup. I gotta go take a winch over to the south side, and I gotta go put some PEX tubing up on the west side. Before we picked the boys up at school, we picked them up some pizza. They are loving it. truck traffic is going through town. Can't really see what was going on earlier. The record out there. After we picked up the boys earlier from school, we headed back to the house. And as soon as we got back, I finished working on the winch that I was building parts for. I had to make a couple of plates for it. So I finished up what I was doing, and then we came back into town and dropped it off. We dropped it off and it was paid for. We got the boys some food, and now we're heading back to the house because I forgot to grab the PEX tubing, and the people that are getting the water heater, they're trying to get drywall done, and they have been texting me. So we gotta go home and drop the food off. Whatever happened up there?
Uh-oh. Bro, you didn't even stop.
Bro. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this video. I want to thank you guys again for stopping by and hanging out with us. We always appreciate it.
Thanks for all the love and support, guys. You guys take care and stay warm out there.
Y'all have an awesome rest of your day.
Peace.
Later.